A few weeks ago, I saved my garlic from all of the rainstorms that we were going to have. No, Eris, hop back. He needs a walk so bad. And speaking of garlic, I do have a bunch that I picked a few weeks ago now that's been drying out, and it's time to clean it up and store it away so that it doesn't go bad. So let's do that together. I've already peeled so many and they're looking great. They're not a bad size. I mean, some of course are smaller than others, and there's so much dirt stuck to them because like the last few weeks have just been so wet around here. Anyways, as I peel these last few, I thought it would be fun to chat through some of the homesteading and gardening rituals that I'm really going to miss next year when we go on our big bus trip. And I'm sure I'll still be able to do some of them in elements or variations of them, especially because we're fortunate enough to have a lot of homesteaders and gardeners around Australia who are happy to have us and our bus and our crazy mob of animals stay on their property at least for a little while. So that'll be really nice. I feel like there's still a few things that, you know, if we can help out, we'll be able to still maintain. But for the most part, these are things that I've gotten to do for the last 3 years, but I won't get to while we're traveling, because naturally as you travel, you don't have a home base to be at for a long period of time. So one of the main rituals that I'll be missing the most next year in our travels is my morning meditation. Those really slow, quiet moments, first thing in the day, where you don't have anything planned for the day, you don't need to be anywhere, and you can just relax and take in the sounds and the sights of the morning. I feel like it's going to be so busy next year with the travel and always being in different places and being busy and having people around us, or, you know, being in new situations that we want to explore, which is wonderful all on its own. But I'm really going to miss the slow calm of my mornings right now. Another gardening ritual that I feel like I haven't really gotten to do as much in the last 6 months, but was definitely something I was doing for a long time, especially when we had chickens and our thriving gardens last year, is the ritual of harvesting breakfast. You know, going out and collecting the eggs for the morning and checking if there's any tomatoes or cucumbers or lettuce for a salad in the afternoon. Going and just picking some herbs from the backyard to have in our food. I think that's something that I think I've been taking that for granted, and I'm really going to miss it next year, not being able to just step out and do that. I've missed our chickens so much since we had to rehome them. And one of those main things is because it was a ritual to go out there, let the ladies out in the morning, service them, collect their eggs, and then go on with my day. And I guess going along with that is the ritual of caring for animals on a homestead as well. We do still have that routine of looking after our pets at home and looking after ourselves, but again, with a busy traveling schedule and just wanting to see as much of the country as we can, trying to keep it in a fairly reasonable time limit, I feel like having routine is going to be really difficult. We'll do our best, but I would say the routine would most likely be have a coffee, have breakfast, and be out on the road. And I mean, the slowness of caring for animals just doesn't quite come into that, does it? One thing I'm definitely going to miss is gaining inspiration from my garden on a daily basis. Something I've loved doing since starting to garden is walking out through my garden, seeing what's growing, seeing what's coming up, and just in general, seeing it change throughout the months, throughout the years. It's something really special to be grounded in one place and see it transforming with your efforts and work, but also with seasonal changes too. And so I'm honestly going to miss this property and my gardens here that I've established, because I won't really get to see them grow and change anymore. Not unless we befriend whoever moves in here next. A ritual I'm 100% going to miss is cozy nights by the fire. Autumn time and winter time is just so much more special having a fireplace inside. And I know this is one thing that we can most likely recreate by having outdoor fires. But the process of, being cozy inside with a blanket on the couch, dogs all around you, after working hard collecting the wood outside in the cold is real special. I wish we could have a fireplace on the bus, and I'm sure we will once we settle down somewhere again. But at least for the trip next year, that's not really a reality. It's a bit too many steps and hurdles to try to step over to get that going. Something I've gotten really used to around here as well with homesteading the last 3 years is a really big day of hard work where you get all sweaty, your muscles ache by the end, and then the ritual of going and having a really long hot shower to wash all of that hard work off. On the bus, we're going to have to conserve water quite a bit. Our tanks, they hold a bit, but having long hot showers just isn't really going to be sustainable. So I'm definitely going to miss that. I'm hoping that we have some kind people that invite us into their home to have a nice long shower after even just that first trip over. So if you're someone that's going to host us, please, we're going to need that. It's something that we're truly going to miss. Even just the last month or so, with our water tanks being so close to empty, we've really had to conserve water and be a bit more conscious. So definitely glad it's been flooding lately so that our tanks are super full and we can start having those long hot showers again. It seems so simple, I know, but it definitely is something that feels so good after a big day. It's the little things you have to be grateful for. And then one final ritual that I think is going to be something that I'll miss for sure is being able to buy in bulk, being able to grow a whole heap of crops, whether it's tomatoes or zucchini, and be able to preserve all that and have it stored neatly on my shelves. I'm going to miss that food security of knowing that you've got just about all you need for the next few months already there, and everything you buy is just extra. The bus is going to have a lot of storage, but I just don't think it's going to have enough storage for the amount of bulk food that I wish I could get. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a different year next year, and I'm excited for the challenges that brings. I'm excited for the adventure and being able to see our country in a way that only few that make the effort to go and do it see it. But yeah, I've gotten used to this lifestyle. I'll definitely be keen to be coming back to it after this next year is over. So don't you worry. Gardening and homesteading will always be a part of our lives. Let me know down below, what are some rituals that you just can't go without? What's something that makes you grateful for being on a homestead or for being a gardener? Do you relate with any of the rituals that we have? Are there any that you feel like you've seen us do that maybe I've missed? I'd love to know your own rituals. I think they're a lot of fun. It's like having traditions. All right, officially, All the garlic is cleaned and ready to come inside the house so that we can use it in our cooking in the next little while. Sam and I are feeling really ambitious today as far as the bus goes. I'm just waiting for him to wake up and have his morning coffee and start his day. And then we are officially starting to tackle the bedroom. The bedroom is the thing that is going to get us off this property.